So today, I'm feeling a retro type of style, and I'm gonna keep this video laid back, unedited, and more importantly, old Lex, I guess you could say. We're gonna be reading some comments from all the Black Ops 3 zombie maps trailers to discover perhaps why people felt the way they did about Treyarch zombies.
We'll never surrender. Skin boots on a Saturday night.
I miss old Call of Duty, and I believe that everybody reading this statement right now would agree with this man, because every title that they release year after year, it somehow, even though they think they're improving their franchise, tarnishes their great reputation of their old games. And honestly, I know you're gonna come at me with the whole nostalgia argument, but it's not just nostalgia, it's the times that you've had on those games, and it somehow just feels that as we progress into these newer games, that fan base just deteriorates, and there isn't enough left for the game for people to go on and enjoy these good times. And that's why, you know what, whether it's zombies, multiplayer, campaign, whatever your whole self is into, I know that it's struggling, and I know it's sad to see that zombies and Call of Duty itself is really fading away. Now, best zombies map in Black Ops 3, hands down, with the Horizon Drac just dancing right behind it. And you know, a lot of people in the community hate Shadows of Evil. They hated it with a wholehearted passion, and I can completely understand, especially if Black Ops 3 was your first game and Shadows of Evil was your first map, because it's very overcomplicated and it can be very tedious. But the thing is, to Treyarch, in their eyes, Shadows of Evil was the greatest creation that they have ever made. It is probably their baby, that they would say. If they were to be asked what is their greatest creation, Shadows of Evil would be the answer. It really does an excellent job of making you feel like you're there, like you're in Chicago, like Frank Sinatra will come out right beside the other door as a zombie. It is truly one of the greatest experiences of all time. Again, a lot of people dislike it also because of the Cthulhu mythos being introduced, and how zombies from that point on transcended into something completely different, which eventually died off as a very bad ending. And I know a lot of people are going to be giving it hate for that, but I still love it. Now, the entire Call of Duty zombie storyline for me has been so much fun. I love the storyline, the characters, the maps, and the gameplay. And then Revelations came along, and I know a lot of people dislike it because the whole super Easter egg problem and the ending cutscene, but I think it is a great send-off to zombies, and that's just my opinion, and I totally agree. I loved Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. We were always yearning for more, and that was Black Ops 3 Zombies. We wanted them to go the extra mile. Black Ops 2 started it, and we were determined that Black Ops 3 would finish it. They would take zombies, and they would revolutionize it to something that we've never seen before, and they just didn't do it. And that is the problem. The super Easter egg, Treyarch goes off this sort of mentality that, oh, if we just get them yearning for more, if we just get them yearning for more. But the problem is, you can only make someone yearn for so much until you downright disappoint them, and that was the problem with Black Ops 3 and of course Revelations in the end. Me and my friend used to play this every single day after school, trying to figure out how to play it. Now that friend goes to another school and we don't talk. Man, miss these days. And you know, Shadows of Evil has really brought a lot of people together. Despite what you may think about the map, it is truly one of the greatest things that people have experienced. Black Ops 3 went too fast, and hopefully Infinite Warfare will go faster.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we live to see it.
Giant was the only map I could play without getting a goddamn aneurysm. And you know what? The Giant was one of my favorites. It was basically a respin on a classic. And this is not the first time that we've gotten a remaster of it, but it somehow felt different. And I feel the Giant is yet again a great example of what Treyarch didn't do. They had such an opportune moment, maybe to add a different room or add some old weapons, and they just fell short. I'm not 100% sure what they were thinking, considering adding various random objects like the Annihilator. And when we even went to Treyarch to ask them about it, the only answer that they could give was that it just felt right. And this is the problem inside the mind of Treyarch. You don't understand what's going on. Remember when this was so hype? I'm very sad it's ending. It's already dead because of the Revelations cutscene. I watched all the Easter egg steps, but no cutscene, and I couldn't react to it myself. Me and my two friends did the Easter egg, and everybody was so disappointed. We were expecting a 10-minute long cutscene, and this is the reason I feel Zombies has almost died in a sense. It's a combination of two different things. One is the Revelations ending cutscene just being so terribly disappointing. We are again expecting a very long cutscene of very drastic and emotional experiences, but it just fell short. And I feel just with that tiny minute detail, Zombies would still be alive and thriving again. And yet again, the second thing is the Infinite Warfare trailer, of how it just disappointed everyone. The initial trailer was absolute garbage, horrible music, horrible cinematics, and it's truly saddening to see that Zombies is going in this direction.
What goes up must come down!
Starting off with a great comment under Eisen. I like Zetsubo, says the man up here, and you know, I do, but it's in its own right, and this map is literally Origins 2.0. And you know, Der Eisendrache was again one of the community's favorite Zombies maps of all time, and I definitely say that it is the top 3. And Origins, I understand now why people love this map as the #1 community favorite map, is because this map changed Zombies. It changed Black Ops 3, it changed everything. And I was just saying to a couple people, imagine if Spaceland came right after Origins. If Exo Zombies didn't exist and Infinite Warfare came just before Black Ops 3. We would be in a different situation entirely. It would be insane seeing how much innovation Infinity Ward would be able to do with Zombies. And it's just now, it just feels so dull because again, with the Spaceland, with all the special zappers, it just feels like another Der Eisendrache ripoff, even though I'm loving it and I'm playing it a lot more than I've played a lot of other Black Ops 3 Zombies maps. I really just feel like it's just falling short of what it needs to be attaining, which is true innovation. And yet again, for this being DLC 1, this is the community's favorite, and I totally understand that. Some great action with the bows, one of the most exhilarating boss fights we've ever had in anything Call of Duty related ever, and it was just fantastic. It was never tedious at any point, and this would always be the map that you can invite your friends to play just because of the flow of the map. It went so well, and Der Eisendrache, in my opinion, was one of the best DLCs Zombies has ever released.
Make your peace, Hellspawn. I am coming for you.
Moving to Zetsubo, this map wasn't great, but you gotta admit, Treyarch knows how to make a trailer. And in my opinion, Zetsubo, in terms of the musical trailer, in terms of the initial trailer, the cutscene, this was a masterpiece. They nailed it so amazingly, and I'd even go as far as saying that Zetsubo no Shima had the best trailers of all of Black Ops 3, just because of how pumped it made you. It made you feel like we were going onto this crazy ride, this storm of a jungle. It was an amazing experience, but the map just fell short because of the lack of flow. And again, with Gorod Krovi, this is why the flow of the map felt a lot better than Zetsubo. It's because they're complete polar opposites of each other. Zetsubo was again a great map to play with, but the flow for many people was just not there because you weren't doing what you were supposed to doing which is killing zombies. And the only thing from Call of Duty that doesn't get a load of dislikes is still zombies, and this is the problem. I just feel with zombies being spammed over and over every year. You know, in the past 3 months, we've gotten 3 zombies maps. That's a lot of zombies maps, and I can already feel the community just kind of dwindling away, trying to climb the rope, but it's just too much of a load, and it just smacks people down. And I completely understand why people are leaving. And at least Zetsubo no Shima was an actual map. It had new wonder weapons, new bosses, and a decent Easter egg, unlike Revelations. And this is a lot to be said, considering Zetsubo no Shima at least put in the effort, while Revelations just let nostalgia carry the way.
It's more for old time's sake. Hoorah!
Gorod Crow V, JC's dad is confirmed in DLC 5. Oh, we're waiting. Personally, I think this map is better than Revelations, and Gorod Crow V is my all-time favorite zombies map, just coming close to Call of the Dead. And I know Call of the Dead and Gorod Crow V, they're very weird maps to be your favorite, but I love both of them so much, and I can't even understand why. But when you think of Gorod Crow V is basically Darius. It's got its 3 teleporter areas where the dragons are. You got your spawn, and instead of putting the pack punch at spawn, they took the pack punch and they put it over here and outside of the map. And maybe that is the reason why I love Gorod Crow V. It also has this feeling of Die Rise, where there's a bit of layering between everything, and that's maybe why I like it. It's old, it's got nice flow to it, and it's just pure nostalgia. And I really do feel has a better flow than Call of the Dead, because a lot of people said George Romero just wasn't putting it in. But you know, Gorod Crow V, I don't know why, it's Nikolai's map, and it always did great. And I can't imagine how this will look on last gen. And just thinking about last gen, it's just so random. They stopped after the Horizon draft for last gen. They didn't carry on with Zetsubo, Gorod Crow V, or Revelations. Very weird stuff. I would have really loved to enjoy playing those last gen maps, but I don't understand. I just don't understand. And you know, going on to my boy Club Penguin, this map is gonna be lit.
Only I can live forever.
And the finale, when I saw this, I was the most hyped and excited guy ever, but the ending trailer was the biggest disappointment, and I can completely understand. Revelations, you know, as soon as I saw the trailers, I'm like, I know this map already. I know where I'm going to be. I know where I'm going to go. And whenever you get a trailer, especially one made by Treyarch, that you feel like that, you know it's going to be a disappointment. And you know, I've got to say it. I've played Spaceland more than I've played Revelations, just because I've played Revelations years before it was released. I've played it on Kino der Toten. I've played it on Verrückt, Nacht. I've played it everywhere. And that's why it was a great idea for a zombies map, but just poorly executed, in my opinion. And I can understand, because Revelations is supposed to be like this heaven-like area, and adding all of the past great maps for a heaven is a great and excellent idea, but the thing is, it just feels short because I don't relate to the nostalgia. And even though I've played since Black Ops 1, I can't understand why I don't feel it, and that was the biggest problem to me. And it's sad to see the end of the zombie storyline. It's been an amazing and confusing roller coaster, absolutely, for the last 8 years. But thank you, Treyarch, for making my life and many others a bit better with something that started out so simple as a mini game mode. Goodbye, Black Ops 3 and zombies, until we meet again. And you know, zombies will be coming back. It already is here with Spaceland, and I know a lot of people only like that Treyarch good shit, but you know, It's hard to say what's gonna happen, guys. I would like to move my channel over to Overwatch, and I know a lot of you guys will be supporting me just because zombies, it's great, it's a lot of fun, but it's not going to carry a channel for me. If you guys are going to leave because of that, that's 100% fine. It does not ever mean that I'm leaving zombies. It just means that it's a lot more difficult to make zombies daily when the content that you're getting is just not good enough for a channel. Lastly, we'll end it off here with Pro Syndicate make zombies great again. And again, you know, this was just a relaxed video. I just wanted to put out my feelings and expressions about Black Ops 3 because I just felt that the nostalgia of it really hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't really driven me full force into the full, oh my god, Black Ops 3 is ending, and now I'm sort of feeling it. I can't really understand. Maybe it was just the hype from the Z House and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, but you guys can definitely expect some great content coming in soon. And if you don't like Overwatch, that's okay. You don't have to watch those videos. You don't have to like the video as well. It doesn't really matter to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do what you gotta do, and I'll see you in the next one.
I just want to be with you right now.